Hello traders, I'm Ignat Barasenko and this is Saturday's WaveTrading, so I'm going to share with you my plans for the next week. So let's start with dollar index, where I've got a possible zigzag here in wave 4, like ABC, and there is an opportunity to have a bullish impulse in wave 5. So I've got just one long trade with a stop loss here at the local low, because I've got a possible zigzag in wave 4 here with a diagonal triangle in wave C, here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, if we see here a bullish impulse in wave 1, I'm going to open new long trades. And there's a little bit tricky wave count on British pound, because it seems like wave 4 has been started, but at the same time, this wave 5 is still could be continued. So it means we could have two bearish impulses here. Here, like wave 1 or wave A, and after correction, there's an option to have another impulse. It could be wave 3 or wave C. So I've got here 5 short trades just to trade this possible impulse in wave 1 or A. Australian dollar versus New Zealand dollar is still quite bullish, because we've got a zigzag here in wave 2 or B, and also there's a bullish impulse which could be wave 1. So as you can see on the 4 hours chart, there's a zigzag in wave 2 with a diagonal triangle in wave C. So right after this pullback, I opened a long trade and I'm going to buy even more after this local correction. Euro dollar is still interesting because we've got a triangle in wave B here, so wave C is likely going to be continued. And as you can see on the 4 hours chart, there's a wedge in wave 1, and we could have wave 2 in a form of a double zigzag with a triangle in wave X. So I've got here one short trade and I'm going to sell more when this correction ends and we see a small bearish impulse somewhere in here. I'm still out of the market on Japanese yen because wave C of this wave 2 OB is likely going to be continued, maybe in a form of diagonal triangle. So there's an opportunity to have a new local low, and if we see a pullback from this lower side of a possible diagonal triangle, I'm going to buy. Euro pound is still bullish because we've got a pullback from this moving average line, and there's an opportunity to have an impulse in wave 5. So I've got here one long trade and I'm going to buy even more on Monday to trade this possible wave 3. And Australian dollar is very bearish because we can have another pullback from this moving average line, and it's possible that we've got a triangle here in wave 4. And wave E of this triangle is likely finished in a form of a zigzag, like A, B, and C. So I'm going to sell on Monday with a stop loss here, the nearest critical level. Canadian dollar versus Japanese yen is another interesting market because we've got here a bullish impulse which could be wave 1 or A, and also there's a zigzag in wave 2 or B, and we've got a small bullish impulse which could be wave 1 here. So I'm just waiting when this local correction in wave 2 ends, and if we see here a small bullish impulse inside this possible wave 3, I'm going to buy. Pound versus franc is another bearish market because there's an opportunity to have quite big wave 5. So I've got here 3 short trades and I'm going to sell even more next week if we see here a bearish impulse in wave 3. And I'm out of the market on gold because we could have here a diagonal triangle in wave C, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, but there are a lot of other wave counts, so it's too risky trade here and I'm not going to do that next week. And just have a look at this amazing consolidation on oil, which could be wave 4 inside this diagonal triangle in wave C. So I've got one long trade here because there's an opportunity to have a local bullish impulse in this wave C. At the same time, wave B could be a little bit bigger, so I could get my break-even stop on Monday's morning. If so, I'm going to buy only if we see here plain and clear correction in wave B and a small bullish impulse somewhere in here afterwards. I've got an extremely bullish wave count on Dow index where we can have this extension in the third wave. So I've got 3 long trades here, cause we could have a new high very soon, but this price movement also could be a zigzag, so I moved my stop losses here and I didn't buy here, cause if it's a zigzag, we could have a quite big bearish wave very soon. And I've got 1 long trade on Tiffany's shares, cause we've got here a bullish impulse in wave 1, so there's an opportunity to have another impulse in wave 3, so we can have a new high here in the coming weeks. Also, I've closed my long trade on Ferrari shares, cause it seems like wave 3 here ended, and if we see here a correction, which could be wave 4, I'm going to buy again. I'm holding my long trade on Apple shares, cause we could have here an extension in the third wave, so I'm going to buy on a local correction somewhere in here. I've got 4 long trades on Facebook, but it could turn out like this wave 3 is ended, so bears could deliver a correction which could be wave 4. If so, I'll be out of the market until this correction ends. Tesla is still bullish, so I've got 1 long trade here, cause we could have wave 5 and a new high here next week. And I've got 1 long trade on Goldman, cause there's an opportunity to have another bullish impulse in wave 5. I mean like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And I'm going to buy McDonald's cause it seems like wave 3 has been started, so we can have here a new high and an extension in this wave 3. So that's all for today's video. Have a good week and profitable trades. Take care and bye bye.